Yo, tap in with they see what the young nigga got to say. Man, we here with another video. You did. Hey, man, this time we got the most terrifying things in the universe. You feel me? So, hey, bro, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Y'all having a good day? If you having a good day, continue to keep having a good day. And if you ain't having a good day after the video, you know what I'm saying? All is well to you. I hope you have a blessed day after this. You know, I just hope your day get a little better. You know what I'm saying? Some light shine or whatever. You know what I mean? And I just want to say, hey, man, come on, bro. Help me get 50 subscribers. Feel me? I ain't gonna beg. You know what I'm saying? If y'all fuck with the content and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Like and subscribe for the kid. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate some comments, feedback, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't need mine. But I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Let's get into the motherfucking video.
Most terrifying ones on the list. Number 10, space junk. As it turns out, our planet is not the only thing we treat like a giant trash can, since space is slowly becoming a giant landfill as well. There are currently millions of pieces of man-made junk in Earth's orbit, with over 30,000 of them being over 10 centimeters long, or around 4 inches. Now, the reason why
The fuck? Imagine, imagine that shit just started. Like I don't even know how to Earth like orbit or whatever the fuck work. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I didn't pay attention to that type of shit. Shit didn't pique my interest, but you know. But like, just imagine that shit just start. Oh, that shit just start hitting the earth like meteorites and shit. That shit would be crazy as fuck, bro. Like, why do? I mean, like, I guess it's for experimenting and shit like that to understand and learn things. But like, damn, like, why the fuck they gotta do shit like that? Like, what's the fear, y'all? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's like one of the most terrifying things y'all can think of? You know what I'm saying? Like me, nigga, just like imagine being chained in a fucking coffin and you can and it's a little piece of glass that you can see out of and you chained in that coffin and you just get dropped in the middle of the fucking ocean and you just sinking and you just watching like knowing you cannot get the fuck out. That's some terrifying ass shit right there.
this is so scary is that the number of junk is only growing. But this really shouldn't worry you, since I'm sure we'll eventually get around to cleaning it, which usually only
How the
happens when
fuck
it
we gonna
becomes a
clean
big enough
space?
problem that our government is forced to do something about it. You see, the growing amounts of space junk are becoming a major problem for space exploration and travel, and NASA has already had to course correct
Right,
32 times since 1990.
motherfuckers up in space. They gotta dodge the shit that they blew up or destroyed up there, or however, wherever the fuck happened in space to where it got.
To avoid satellites and space debris. Now, you're probably thinking, this is an issue that you will never have to worry about, since you never leave the house, let alone plan on traveling to space. But as it turns out, the space debris might just come to you. There have been many
Exactly like
reports
I
of large
just
pieces
said.
of metal, spaceships, and satellites landing on people's property and homes. But I'm sure the majority of the pieces go
Uh,
unreported, since they most likely land in the ocean, where they blend in with the rest of the trash. Number
no,
9,
that's crazy.
cosmic voids.
The fucking ocean, bro. It's like a whole. I ain't even gonna get into that shit, bro, because I just started rambling, bro. This whole 12-minute video turned into a 30-minute video. Let me chill.
As we leave Earth's orbit and begin to look further out into the universe, we quickly begin to discover all sorts of terrifying things. But before we get to those, I want to focus on nothing. I literally mean nothing. You see, there are vast spaces in the universe that don't contain anything at all. No planets, no stars, no moons, no McDonald's, no asteroids, nothing. These
You
empty
know what?
spaces are known as
No, that
cosmic
was
voids,
scary
and
as
in
fuck.
some cases, they can be hundreds of millions of light years in diameter. This would create a long and lonely space trip for anything that decides to journey across them. Unless, of course, you were blessed with being an introvert, since we are completely immune to this weakness. Now, I know these large numbers are very hard to grasp, so let me just show you what this all looks like. Here's an illustration of the Virgo supercluster, which contains around 100,000 galaxies, including our home, the Milky Way. Now, let's zoom out and take a look at the areas here. These are cosmic voids. This particular one here is called Boötes Void, and is one of the largest voids in the known universe, spanning around 330 years wide. For perspective, the entire Milky Way galaxy, which is home to a million light years wide.
Okay, bro. They said the Milky Way is in there. That shit is big as fuck. How the fuck they even find, bro? Like, how did they find it out? Like, bro, how did y'all know that it was a Milky Way, nigga? How the fuck did y'all figure out that how the fuck did y'all figure out that it's cosmic voids full of nothingness, and then it's a Milky Way, nigga? How y'all even find out about the Milky Way, and then let alone how did y'all find out that the Milky Way is in whatever the fuck this is here? Like, this is like all these millions of different galaxies and shit like that, bro. And then if it's all of these, like if all of these are different Milky Ways, which basically got whole like planets and all that shit on there, bro. It's a thousand, it's a million, it's a billion percent. Damn, I can't even talk, bro. It's a billion% chance, nigga. I'm coming on that simple shit that, bro. Like it's hella other life out there, bro. That Dragon Ball, real
Wide.
shit.
For perspective, the entire Milky Way galaxy, which is home to at least 100 billion planets, is 100,000 light years wide.
Yeah,
Number 8.
find
Dead
that out.
galaxies.
How
Dead
do we know
galaxies are
that?
galaxies that have run out of cold hydrogen gas, which is necessary to fuel stars and create new ones. These dead galaxies will be the first to become completely dark and lifeless, leaving behind a cold and lonely cemetery. But for now, these galaxies appear red as they burn through their last remaining energy that they will ever have. Now let's get to the terrifying part. All galaxies, including our own, will eventually run out of energy, and it's hypothesized that the entire universe eventually will as well. A stage that is
Mm.
referred to as the Dark Era, and it's
I mean, that don't really seem as scary as as cause that's just something we just cannot control. You feel me? Like, nigga, that's the galaxy, it's the Milky, it's the universe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything must come to an end, and everything, and and new life will begin. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, like, I don't really understand. Like, it just makes sense to me. I just came up with that shit. It just makes sense to me. But like, shit is happening. It's like life and death. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all gonna die someday. So like, I mean, the universe ending or whatever the fuck, that don't seem as terrifying as motherfuckers getting nuked or a zombie apocalypse sound fun. Like, that shit do not sound scary. That sounds fun, bro. No lie. Like, man, I would be sad as fucking my mom or something got
speculated to be the
shit like that.
final
I would be
state of
mad
the
as fuck. But
universe,
like,
leaving behind a cold and
knocking
dark
off
universe where
shit
light and
would be
energy
fun.
cease to exist. Number 7. Planets. NASA estimates that there are at least 100 billion planets in the Milky Way galaxy
Oh,
alone,
they
and over
estimated it.
6 sextillion planets in the observable universe. That's 21 zeros, by the way. Not that it even matters, since none of us could even come close to comprehending that. So instead, people try to visualize this by saying that there are more planets in the known universe than grains of sand on Earth. And for those of you that have never been to the beach,
Like, how the
take
fuck
it
do
from
y'all
someone
even,
who has.
bro? But who that?
We still can't comprehend this number either. Now, we don't have to look far to find some truly terrifying planets, since we have a few of them here in our own solar system. But let's just take a look at the scariest one, Jupiter. This planet is an absolute nightmare, and is scary enough to just look at. Jupiter's a giant gas planet that is 1,300 times larger than Earth and is covered in violent storms, as I'm sure you already know. But really quickly, here are just a few of the ways Jupiter would absolutely mop the floor with you. Radiation exposure. dead. Atmospheric pressure, dead. 400 plus mile per hour winds, dead. Struck by lightning, dead. You overheat, dead. You freeze, dead. You decide to breathe, dead. But if Jupiter's not scary enough, our galaxy has many other horrific planets to choose from, like planets that constantly rain molten iron or molten glass, planets that are entirely covered in ice, planets that are entirely covered in lava, planets that are entirely covered in water, planets that are just completely dark, planets with giant hurricanes the size of Earth. Nope, that's just Jupiter again. I told you that place sucks. Number 6, aliens.
Hold up. On a planet full of water sound fire? Like, nigga, imagine that shit got to be fire. Like, what could be? Cause it got to be life there. It has to be life there. Like, if it's water there, it's probably fish and shit like that in the water. It's probably just that though. Like, but wouldn't that be fun? Nigga? Like, nigga, wouldn't that be fire? Like, wouldn't we be able to breathe? Like, would we? Like, unless it's like oxygen, like it's no oxygen or some shit like that. Carbon, like, bro, I don't really know this shit. You know, for the sake of it.
Ever since we were young, Hollywood has conditioned us to be scared of aliens, so it's no surprise that this one would end up on the list. Movies like Aliens, Signs, Predator, Cloverfield, The Thing, and of course The GOAT, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, all made aliens incredibly violent and terrifying. And when Hollywood finally attempted to create a friendly and relatable alien, all they
You
got
talking about
right
with
was his
ET?
body type. And it definitely worked. Scientists say that it's only a matter of time until we find the existence of aliens. But here's the thing, right? An alien or an extraterrestrial being is simply
Yeah,
just something that
twin.
is living that didn't originate on
Aliens
Earth. So
already
this
here.
could be something as small as bacteria, but if we're lucky, it could be a fish or mammal-like creature. But of course, this could be something infinitely more terrifying. And that's what makes this one so scary. We really don't know what's out there. Now, thankfully, we all know that first impressions are everything, so I'm hopeful that aliens will just take a quick look at Earth's orbit and decide not to visit, since we're obviously very dirty. Number 5, gamma ray bursts. Gamma ray bursts are the most powerful explosions in the known universe, releasing more energy in a second than the sun would in a billion
You
years.
sound like
This can
some
occur a
Hulk
few
shit.
different ways, either when a star goes supernova, when two neutron stars collide and form a black hole, or when a black hole swallows a neutron star. These massive bursts of energy are a million trillion times brighter than the sun. Could last anywhere from 10 milliseconds to several hours. Now here's what makes them so scary. The light produced can't be seen by the naked eye. So if Earth were to be hit by one of these powerful gamma ray bursts, we would never see it coming. And depending on how close the source of the gamma ray burst is, it would determine if life on Earth would survive. At a distance of 6,000 light years, it would cause mass extinction due to the deadly amounts of radiation. But if the gamma
No,
ray
that's
burst
scary as
occurred
fuck.
further away but still managed to get a direct hit on us, it could still be catastrophic, since it would heavily damage all of our satellites and technology, shutting down the
Fuck, that's
Wi-Fi.
scary as fuck.
Now, thankfully, Earth is not
Oh fuck. Yeah. That's scary, nigga. The wife? Oh no. No. Hell, hell nah. Hell nah. Not the Wi-Fi. I was just finna say, like that right there. It don't even. That still don't seem that scary because it's just like some natural shit that could just possibly happen in the universe. It's just there's just shit that happened like that. It could not be that scary. But the Wi-Fi? Oh no. Don't please don't.
really in danger of such an event, since our sun is far too small to produce this type of explosion. Instead, our sun will just grow so large that it slowly swallows the entire planet. Number 4. Colliding galaxies. With billions of galaxies traveling through the universe, some are bound to bump into one another. As a matter of fact, our galaxy will be one of them. The Milky Way is scheduled to crash into our neighboring galaxy, the Andromeda Galaxy. But that collision won't be for another 4 to 5 billion years.
Yeah,
Hopefully
this
long
shit don't
after
even
humans
matter.
have left Earth and populated other planets. But let's talk about what makes colliding galaxies so scary. As the two galaxies begin to get close to one another, their gravitational pull will bring them together. Now, Now, surprisingly, planets crashing into one another would be extremely rare, since galaxies are mostly empty space. But what would happen is planets would be rearranged and shuffled around, knocking them away from their current solar systems and creating new ones. So any planet with life on it might be stuck with a new neighbor. Here are a few galaxies that are currently merging as we speak. Number 3.
How the fuck they know
Supernovas.
that?
Supernovas are the largest explosions that humans have ever seen. They can outshine their entire galaxy for a few days or even months, and can be seen across the universe. A supernova can occur a couple of different ways. The first one is when a massive star runs out of nuclear fuel and collapses, causing it to go supernova. The second is when a white dwarf star gains enough mass by siphoning it from another nearby star, causing it to collapse and explode. But let's talk about what makes supernovas so scary. When a star goes supernova, it obliterates everything in its path and is powerful enough to destroy all life on any planet within 30 to 50 light years. For perspective, our sun is only about 4.2 light hours away from our furthest planet, Neptune. Even though supernovas are one of the most deadly events in the known universe, easily obliterating every living thing in their way, at least they make great screensavers. Number 2. Black holes. Black holes are easily one of the most terrifying things in the known universe. It's mostly due to the fact that we don't fully understand how they work. But here's what we do know. There are 2 different types. The first one is called a stellar mass black hole and is roughly 3 to 1,000 times the mass of our sun. These are created when a large star goes supernova and collapses in on itself, creating a black hole. The second type is a supermassive black hole and can be millions to billions of times the mass of our sun. Also, we have no idea how these black holes are formed. And when I say we, I mean I couldn't find an answer using Google, got frustrated, and just came to the conclusion that the answer simply doesn't exist. But the most common theory I kept seeing is that a black hole must have swallowed another black hole, making it grow much larger. If there's anything I have learned while scripting this video,
I'm trying to think, bro. Like space and shit would be so much entertaining than this boring and shit down here. I'm trying to think so. Like, imagine, like even though, bro, that shit up there in the universe, we probably won't, we don't stand a chance against, bro. We don't stand a chance against, like, as like just regular humans, bro. We don't fucking stand a chance against, but like just to be able to witness the black hole going into another black hole, that shit got to be fire. A universe collided with another universe, or just seeing a star, nigga, like up close, or different, bro. All of that shit just hard. That got to be hard. Like, bro, what? I ain't never like, imagine being on
it's what
shrooms,
astronomers
being on a psychedelic in space. You probably gonna do some dumb shit. You may die, but nigga, the experience. Oh lord.
and astrophysicists never give a simple answer to anything, so them resorting to the classic answer of you eat, you grow is quite comical, since I know firsthand that is not always the case. But with that out of the way, let's talk about what makes black holes so terrifying. Well, for
Shrooms like, yo, dude, I can go touch the black. I can go touch that black hole right now. It's in my head, dude. I don't know, bro. Chill. I tried to make shit
starters, supermassive black
like
holes sits
niggas
right
that
at
do
the
some
center
stupid
of our
shit, bro.
galaxy, gobbling up pieces of the Milky Way as we speak. Another reason why they're so creepy is simply for the fact that they are completely invisible. As I'm sure you know, this is because black holes have a force of gravity so
Oh, so we
strong that
wouldn't even
nothing
be able
can
to
escape
see that
it,
shit,
not
bro.
even light. So the only way we can see where they are in the universe is by seeing how they interact with their surroundings. But the biggest reason why
Nah,
black
that's
holes are
still
so
got
high
to
on
be
the
fire
list
though.
is simply because we don't know what would happen if you were to enter one. Are they just wormholes? Or would you just get stretched out like a giant piece of spaghetti? I'm not kidding, that's the most agreed upon theory. They call it
Yeah,
spaghettification. Or
it's
could it
a
be a portal
theory, but what the fuck gave y'all the theory to think that if you go into some shit like that, your body turns to spaghetti? Like what? Like why the fuck why you won't be rippled up like ribbons, nigga? Why you won't? You know what I'm saying? Why you won't be sliced up like apples or some shit? Like why? I don't understand, but like it's a theory. Yeah.
Portal to an alternate
His theory, nigga.
dimension?
My theory
We
is them
really
niggas go
don't
up there and
know.
get
Either
chopped.
way, all of these are absolutely terrifying.
Nigga.
Number one,
Nah,
the size of the
let me start
universe.
capping.
Hands down, the most terrifying thing about the universe is its size. Just allow me to present my case. Does this image scare you? What
Hell
about
yeah.
now?
Hell nah.
Exactly. Let me show you a few more illustrations before I rest my case. For simplicity's sake, let's start at ground level.
What the fuck
This
was
is
your
you.
point? Cause
You're probably in your room. Your room is in your home. Your home is here on Earth. Earth's home is in our solar system, which has 8 planets. Our solar system is part of the solar interstellar neighborhood, which is part of the Milky Way galaxy, also home to at least 100 billion other planets.
what the
The
fuck?
Milky Way galaxy is part of the local galactic group, which is home to 3 other galaxies. The 3
What the fuck?
galaxies are all inside of the Virgo supercluster, which has hundreds of galaxies and galaxy clusters. The Virgo supercluster is part of the local superclusters. The local superclusters sit right at the center of the entire observable universe, which spans 93 billion light years wide. But it doesn't end there. This is just what we can see with the current technology we have, and we have no idea how much larger the universe is or if there's even an end to it. But of course, this doesn't stop us from speculating on its
Bro.
size or what could potentially be out there. Are there alien civilizations far more advanced than ours? Or alternate realities with infinite possibilities? Or maybe we're all just plugged into a computer, a simulation? After all, would this not be the best time in our known history to simulate? Or maybe Earth is flat and just like birds, space is not real, so none of this really matters. I guess in the end, it turns out that the scariest thing about the universe is not really up in space, but instead lives here inside of our imaginations.
Alright, shit. That's it for the video, man. Made it to the end. I appreciate you for tapping in with me and stay tapped in with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, and subscribe for kid. And like I said, bro, everybody have a good day. You feel me? We out. Love.